Hey, it's Mr. Skelemystyk. I am here today because the oddest thing happened to me just this morning. I was logging on to do my daily assignment because, well, I kind of been slacking and haven't done them every day. It's been like my every other day or maybe even once a week assignment. That's how it's ended up being. I've been so busy doing stuff. Anyhow, I logged on to do my daily assignment, and I was at the Commons whenever I left last time, so of course I appeared at the Commons again just like normal. But the strangest thing happened. I came on, and there was no people here. Now, I know you're thinking, okay, so what? You know, I've been to Perfect Realms before where there was no people around. But I mean, literally, there was no people around. There was no players. There was no Zeke. There was no seamstress. I mean, there was no people. It was like a Twilight Zone episode. It was really, really weird. I mean, I walked around, and Penny wasn't here, and an old chick who sells potions up there, she wasn't here. It was weird. And I made the mistake of logging off before I turned my recorder on. I was coming in just do my daily assignment. I didn't even think to have my recorder activated, so I didn't get to record it. But it got me thinking about now. You guys, some of you know I've played this game a long, long time, and I've seen a lot of weird stuff in this game. So it got me thinking. You know what? How about a video with some of the most interesting glitches that I've seen in the Spiral? Some of them I have recorded, some of them I don't. I can just have to tell you about and describe them for you. But let's do that. Let's go on a little journey here and talk about the most interesting glitches in the Spiral. This first one here you've heard about with the Commons has happened. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift scene really quick, and I'm going to move on to another one that's really, really cool. Here we go. Ever since the inception of Polaris, we've had this odd sidekick thing where everywhere you go you see Ivans and Malories. It's like Sidekick Con here in Polaris. Come visit Sidekick Con 2016. There's like random Ivans and random Malories at both the sigil points and, well, I've already finished Polaris. I'm not quite sure why at all they're following me around here. I know, maybe it's good looks and charm, I'm not sure. But yeah, every time I come to Polaris, Mallory and Ivan follow me around just wherever I go. I can't take a step, I can't eat a sandwich, I can't even beat up on Omen without, here's Ivan and Mallory wanting to get a hand in the adventure. There we go, and there's that. Now let me go to the other side and you'll see what else is going on. And then, as another random glitch, I just happened to port to the River of Frozen Tears this time to go over there and fool with Omen. And here's like a random Leon and Mallory just, well, hanging out, standing around, looking at the wall for some odd reason. I guess they're having a good old time there. I know Leon probably is. He's got him a nice chick with him. Anyway, there you go. There's the next oddball glitch of the Spiral. Now, this was one of the cooler glitches that I encountered in my travels across the Spiral. I'm on the little island that's in Ravenwood where the death school used to be. And I've only seen this one time. I've heard some other people say that they've been on it, but I've never actually seen them do it. And I've also heard that this is accomplished a lot in the same way that the shopping district glitch is with the two-person mount. But again, I haven't seen it other than this one time. I had a friend who got out here somehow or other, and he ported to somebody who ported. You know how that works out. But somehow or other, we were all able to get out on this little island. I mean, you can't walk around very far or anything like that, but I say it definitely qualifies for the interesting glitches video. There you have it. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. And here is another one of the classic glitches in the Spiral, the Shopping District Island glitch. This one is done by people who play the two-person mount game. They kind of initiate this glitch on purpose. Now, I've heard that you can get in trouble for doing this. I don't know for sure. I haven't seen anybody get in trouble, but I've heard that you can. But anyhow, what the point of this is you can take a two-person mount and run off the end of the street there
And by that means, get a person up here way up on the island outside the shopping district. There's another area over by the wall into Old Town that you can do the same thing with. And you'll see people behind the wall all the time. They're trying to get treasure cards out of people or get this or that or the other out of people to let them come behind the wall, which is also one of the more classic scams of the spiral. But nonetheless, this is a pretty cool glitch, and I thought that it definitely needed to be in the Interesting Glitches video. On to the next glitch. Are you ready? Here we go. And here is another really, really cool glitch. And actually, it's a really, really rare glitch, too, because I don't think I've ever seen anybody else do this one. It took me a few weeks of fiddling with this part and fiddling with this piece and fooling around with this whole project to get this to actually work. Someone once asked me if I could make a fish float in my house without a fish tank. And that got me started thinking and experimenting with things. And I finally managed to do it like you see here. I have fish swimming around my house without a fish tank. It's honestly very difficult, and it doesn't work all of the time. And by that I mean every time you try to do it, it doesn't necessarily work. But once you get it to work, it stays. Anyhow, there they are, fish swimming free in the sky at my myth house. One of the actually really better glitches I think I've ever done. I've built a lot of glitch houses, as you all know. But this is one of the better single individual glitches I've done. Alright, let's go ahead and move on, and we will go to something else that's cool in the spiral.
And then there's everybody's favorite, the old gobbler block gravity defying glitch. Look at this thing. I have actually had blocks, besides the fact that, well, magic is holding this block up in the first place. I've actually had blocks fly way over here into the out of bounds world, or part of the world, and even though they weren't counted, they were completely unable to be hit. I mean, over to the left of that orange tree, way over there where you can't even put the cannon, the block would land there, and it would just kind of thumb my nose and go at me and just not be able to be hit. Talk about your frustrations whenever you know you can't win it. As well with the gobbler block arena here, and this happened a long, long time ago before I even did YouTube. So I wish I could have recorded it, but I didn't. Somehow, some way, my character was miniaturized. I was out there. I wasn't any taller than that gobbler out there you see in the distance. And I got to run around the shooting field and like go in these little houses. By the way, they're just mock-ups. There's nothing really in them. They're not actual houses. You just go behind them. It's like an open air shell kind of thing. But yes, once upon a time, I actually had my character glitched out onto the shooting field. I have never had that happen again. I wish I could show you guys. I really wish I could show you guys that. But that's just another one of the interesting glitches that happens in the spiral.
And here is another interesting mount glitch, although this one is really a lot more common. I call it the raw butt glitch, because it looks like you're hovering up over your mount because you've had a long day of riding and your butt is chafed and you don't want to touch it to the horse anymore. This one is accomplished by first getting on one of those high-flying mounts like the Raven or the Eagle or what have you, and then switching to a lower-seated mount. For some odd reason, you don't go down the way you're supposed to. You switch directly from mount to mount, and it just kind of hovers you up there in space just for the old heck of it. I don't know why. Like I said, I've seen this one a few times, actually a lot of times, really. And it's not quite as interesting as the Commons glitch. I've got this one in my video archives, but I can't find the original right now, where you're teleported up there on the arch above the town commons and looking down. I've got to find that video for you guys. That's another one that goes in the commons. That's sort of actually really interesting. You'll see people up from time to time. They keep trying to fix it, and people keep managing to get up there. I don't know why. Anyhow, that thing is going to just about do it for the glitches for this video.
And there you have it. Some of the more cool, interesting, fun, and otherwise watchable glitches of the spiral. I have to say that I had a lot more of a fun time putting this video together than I thought I would have. And I might just very well call this one Volume 1 and do it again. If you guys would like to see another glitch video like this, by all means, leave me some votes or some comments in the comments section, and if enough people are interested, I'll put another glitch video together, just like this one. Other than that, I do believe, well, it's a little bit late, and I'm a little bit tired. I probably don't even sound like myself. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give that like button, that usual good hard smash, be energetic, be enthusiastic, and by all means, beat it down. As well, share this video because it's going to help me out too. And until next time, guys, this is Skelemystyk reminding you that whatever else you do, always love the game. Peace. Hey, what's up, gamers? This is Skelemystyk. I am here today in the Pet Pavilion in front of the Way of the Ninja Pig game. Someone recently told me that of all the Pet Pavilion Pro games that I have featured and showed you all how to do, somehow or other I managed to miss the Way of the